the finances.
How do you and your husband split finances? We don't. If you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money.
Yes, that's very easy to say when you have no income.
That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day fucking one.
Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. To ride a bike with my wife.
Well, and it's just like the best fucking part is like living with your best friend. It's like there's who buys you designer shit.
My wife is objectively gorgeous.
It's like there's who buys you designer shit.
My wife is
She is, but she needs to be
with your best friend. Also, it's like there's who buys you designer shit.
My wife is objectively gorgeous.
Me? I think she's a pretty. I think she's
attractive. To ride a bike with my wife.
And it's just like the best fucking part is like living with your.
How attractive do you want them to be? Because that's pretty attractive.
Well, you gotta be like a 10 out of 10 if you're even gonna think about acting.
But on a face scale, she is a 10 out of 10.
Best friend. Also, it's like there's who buys you designer shit.
My wife is objectively gorgeous.
Me?
So that's what you got to do. I got to work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw a bag at that bitch.
Like, oh,
Crazy loud.
oh.
You even listening? You haven't taken a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have. Let me show.
I wonder if they change.
And just look at her sheer reaction to Akash surprising her with an upgraded wedding ring recently.
First of all, I want to say that on my happy birthday. All of this is possible because you told me I could do.
With him also saying that he now wanted to renew their vows in India in front of their families. And just pay attention to what her main focus was in this clip.
Sing, you be this lane sing forever again.
What do you say? Courtney
I've done that shit like 15,000 times.
Now, clearly she was not moved by the rededication of their love to each other. Hell, she even dodged that poor motherfucker's kiss.
Marriage is much better for women. It literally starts with a man getting on his knees begging you. But is that enough? No. You also get an exquisite piece of jewelry. 3 paychecks. That's what she told me. 3 on a finger.
And I just know for a fact that she is the type of chick to require a blood diamond over a lab-grown, all because she needs to walk around feeling supreme to other people. You know, she wants to feel that slave labor on her finger. And Akash actually makes another fatal mistake here of encouraging her to have a TikTok and podcasting platform.
Who was your first girlfriend? Subject.
Now for him, this was really the beginning of the end, as she would start oversharing quickly.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. The top like 4 songs when I came back from my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like...
You like the rotation.
And it's just hilarious because Akash acted like he found this diamond in the rough, like she was some pure angel sent down from heaven, when it turns out she was the total opposite.
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses. I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like, this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
And I gotta say, for someone who is already years out of college, she sure does reminisce about it a lot. and it seems like most of her memories involve partying and other men.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. When I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention and like everyone's being so social.
Now, where things would really explode for Neon's father, though, is when his wife opens up her mouth about her best friend slash podcast host husband, Nav. And at first I thought she was actually talking about the pudgy rapper, but no, she is on this man's dick like no married woman I've ever seen.
Would y'all ever have an with your husband? Yeah, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him.
Oh my
His
gosh.
body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
Oh, boy.
Nav's dick is
I
like
just know it gets
at
worse.
least 10 inches.
Now, for me, all these statements would be grounds for immediate divorce. And no, I'm not even joking. Like, never have I sat with one of my friends and said, damn, bro, your girl got a fat ass. She got some nice tits. Like, that would just be so disrespectful that I would expect any one of my boys to slap the hell out of me for that. And obviously, vice versa.
We're gonna have a compound. Yeah.
Figure it out.
And me, Nav, Nahal, and Akash are gonna be in two like adjoining houses so that we could always be near each other.
We're gonna have a connecting basement where we have dinner and movie nights.
Good. He thought his ass was gonna be probably gonna
He's
orgy.
such a fucking king. Like everyone knows he's the best husband, and I
She wrong for that
don't
shit too.
often
Because
find
if her
men that measure up to him.
if she's
and,
talking
like,
about her husband.
Completely measures up to him, if not more.
But for Akash, this ends up being the worst part, as he willingly gets cucked for their audience of less than 1,000 subscribers. And the funniest part to me is that he shows up on the couch with the other husband, Nav, and I expected him to be like this jacked, badass, historically good-looking guy. And funny enough, he's really just like Akash 2.0. He's like his cooler older brother or some shit like that, body language and all. And at first, they just discuss their home life and the drama over their finances.
I tell my wife I'm tired. I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go,
just need to share our back.
it makes you.
I went to Pilates.
It's been unspoken, but now we're just saying it. Now that we're both making content, if it's funny, we're good. That was clearly my wife trying to be funny, and watching everyone take it because the idea that my wife, she's gonna start making so much. You guys are gonna make so much money. The idea that she would even go to the bank to try to open her own. It's like
But quickly, it is quite apparent that Akash's wife cannot handle herself around the aura that is Nav.
That you love you, but I actually love you in one of.
That's a bad position to be in.
I mean, just look at the eye contact between them and how awkward Akash looks. I mean, she really almost slipped up and straight up said that she wanted to bang this guy.
Can I say this is the best husband I've ever seen? And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying.
And other than the blatant cuckery, she makes it apparent that she is the most ungrateful wife to this guy. And as a matter of fact, she does not even want to celebrate his own birthday with him using his own money.
Day before the Takash's birthday, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice
And what?
the whole day. Get him something.
Let her take out everything.
Princess all day.
Just take care of her.
The day that I don't.
What torture?
Yeah.
And so, of course, she got
Dude,
put
if
back
I
on the
leave
show
this
for
chick,
I mean, even the
what are
most
the
staunch
chances
feminist out here was saying, like, please do not make me defend a man. Obviously, Myron was out here roasting the shit out of them collectively, and this was their airhead response to all the attention that they've been garnering.
I will say, our haters
I probably I want
really
to
fucking dumb
probably better than
because you hating on us gained me 15,000 followers. That's organic followers. Like, you're just giving us more relevancy. Like, we were literally a pop culture topic, and like people couldn't stop talking about it.
Yes, your haters will totally make you famous. I'm sure they aren't just watching the house burn down from afar. And I feel like everyone has that dumbass friend who pauses them in the middle of a conversation to say, yo, bro, this conversation's great. We should totally have a podcast. You and me. You're right, bro. Everyone's got to hear this. And I really think that that's how this stupid ass podcast started. Akash, don't tell me you built that studio, my guy. I mean, straight up, they need to start giving out IQ tests before they will sell you a microphone. And I'm just saying, guys, like being someone whose job is online in the fashion that mine is, I would never date an influencer chick or even a girl who has any sort of aspirations of online fame.
Doom. Doom keep.
Dune Keeper? Where do you see a U?
Doom. Oh, Dome keep.
It would just be way too big of a liability for reasons like this,
Yeah.
and I definitely would not want someone who sits at home all day spending and solely relying on my income. But hey, I guess that's just the way I see it. You know, there has been this continued sense that, like, the Rogan sphere and pretty much any comedian kind of revolving in its atmosphere has kind of been like self-destructing in the last year. I mean, if you go to the Flagrant podcast right now, the comment section is a literal war zone where Akash is getting destroyed. He's getting called a cuck. He's getting called a simp. I mean, someone take that motherfucker off the barbecue. He's done. He's cooked. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some of the simp-ass comedians out here need to be covered. So I'm out. Peace.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys. Prince is gonna call me.
Rants.
This is quite some nonsense. You know you're bored of it.
What?
You can just walk to Papa John's for that. 10 miles. The Ducks. What happened? Bailey got attacked by ducks.
No. Trying to chase some geese.
Fuck the geese are dead. Hell. Just like bicentennial. Big bison. So
It's so easy to become a podcaster.
What?
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside.
Turn this computer off.
hush.
Hey,
What is it?
assuming tomorrow.
What is your asshole still prolapsing? You still take them?
I think I'm on. I just want to stay awake.
Oh, they. It's called fucking abuse. It's called abuse. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ass probably his fucking eyes probably. Your cops are gonna pull you over and take your ass straight to jail with them dilated eyes. Who gives a fuck? when they see their things, your shit looks like two cat eyes.
My eyes always look like that, so I can't say nothing.
And they don't. And when the light hits you, they don't move because you're so fucking focused. I can just see it now. That shit is too funny.
That shit doesn't even happen because I do actually have AD.
No shit does. You get fucking focused on that shit.
Yeah, but it's not like some random asshole taking the.
No, if some random took the bounce
Adjurative.
and they gotta realize this sleep though.
What are there?
So it has now been a couple of months since a comedian's wife altered his public image forever through her social media presence. This had to be one of the more sad, but also explosive stories from last year, as we all sat back in awe as clip after clip after clip began to resurface from her TikTok page and then eventually her podcast. And at first, it was mainly about her obsession with wealth. You and your husband split finances. We don't. We don't. If you want to work, I'll for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a big red flag. His money is
Isn't being
my money,
transparent
and
like
my
it's
money is my money. That is actually my
like it's a
number one.
fucking
Must be generous with their
what's that
finances.
thing?
Day fucking one. The fact that she did not want to
hell.
cook or clean or really
It's your
do
sexual
anything
health.
besides play around the house.
What?
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean.
Stay-at-home wife.
My husband
The
is a
stay-at-home
stand-up
mother.
comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things. And of course, her consumer addiction. And it's just like the best fucking part is like living with your best friend. Also, it's like there's who buys you designer shit.
If I was him, I'd cheat on
Content
her.
evolved into her
I'd be
straight
doing
up
it.
taking her
Oh,
husband to
come on,
college,
man.
telling stories from her past and going out of her way to pretty much make him look like a simp slash
A simp.
when speaking
That's
about her
what he
friend's
is.
husband. Would y'all ever have an
Some bullshit.
yeah? To have an orc because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking. You're an Indian woman, do no wrong.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helps connect a lot more.
I'm gonna die now
And I
before I die.
if you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Remember, I was just like, what?
Damn thing you say
Somebody ought to be staring such a stark
I want to
contrast
see how
right in the
quick
face.
goes on with that fucking. It's fine. No, hell no. Ones with the common soup for the real Indians.
On the internet for around a month.
They have
This
lots
all
of fucking
resulted in
sex.
this commentary online.
show you now.
Is she
Sex
dodging
is
his
religion now.
kisses? Why was this proposal so awkward?
Don't worry about it.
This woman, Jasleen, had no respect
They
for her
want those
husband.
the hoes want to be there.
Just questions like, how could Akash just sit back and let his wife try and be a public figure in this way? And not at least tell her, like, yo, you better cool your jets.
When I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's like open season, and like all these guys are like starting to give me attention. And, like, everyone's social.
Either way, Akash's wife would actually join them on the Flagrant podcast. And that is where things got somehow even more embarrassing.
It smells.
No, but for real, you got a stink dick husband sitting on a floor. What's wrong with you? Man?
Boy,
Like,
does
even
it
just
clean
on
that
this show
pregnant.
based on appearance, you could tell that Akash himself had been going
I'm
through
so glad I don't have to deal with that shit.
like this. Like when Adam too is the only one backing someone up in a situation
If
like
I
he
ever
did
try to have a
Jasleen,
child,
you know
she's
is the
coming
only
off.
one.
The reason they're saying that is based off of her word.
Yeah.
So
I'm not even religious.
Hear her words. What you have to understand is
I
that
just know the women's
she's
supposed to not.
exaggerating so
Well,
much
it
because
is,
she
yeah.
has so little life experience.
It
And
looks
since
better
this
without
went
the.
down, Akash has really not been featured on the Flex
It looks
podcast,
better without
as
the
he has
jacket.
actually been on a
No
stand-up
jacket
before.
is better.
But as for his wife, she has
Girls
still been
like it better
posting
without the
nonstop
jacket
to
because it don't
TikTok
stink either.
and has essentially doubled down on everything that she was being criticized for,
But you ain't got
whether
the
it be
jacket
the
either, so
shopping
I don't
addiction,
mind.
trying to act like she is totally unfazed about everything going on online, and in general, it's pretty apparent that the entire situation
You know the
totally
Jews,
pretty much
you know
nothing.
the,
You know, it's kind of
you
like
know a
watching a
Jewish
child
fucking
their parents
rabbi,
was
if he
almost
does
talking to them and
circumcision,
saying,
has
no,
to suck
no,
that,
you guys are
you
lying
gotta suck that
kitties.
dick. You
And
gotta
as for
suck that
her
baby dick.
podcast, it has completely come to a stop. This is
You gotta bite that baby dick.
Schultz himself said he was going to personally make
They used to chop off a lot more. A lot less.
Delete ours.
No more influence.
How do you do it? Do you get like a razor knife and just go along the edge like
Have you
a
ever seen
like
a
a?
No,
Huh?
you don't
Have
let
you
your
seen
wife
a cigar cutter?
No, that's not how it works.
Basically what they do.
No, it's
also made
not.
several
Tyler,
other
shut up.
thinking out loud comments about a
They
college
fucking
here as
take a
well.
real stint like how they do like cold cuts.
I will say
World.
Like how they do cold cuts, they shave off. They put it on the one side, and they shave off just a little bit of it.
that's basically the same thing as a cigar cutter.
A cigar cutter is a thing that you cut the bud with.
Yeah, you snip it. That's in practice the same thing as doing it with.
How you gonna snip the side?
You don't
It's,
step inside.
it's like carving a cucumber.
It's our job. Okay, they can be
You're acting like you're thinking about a whittler. You mean a potato whittler. That's what you are thinking about.
That's what you're talking about. I'm talking about a cigar cutter. Because you don't need a microphone in your
Regardless,
face. You won't buck around, you know?
America because you wouldn't give me more anyone to calamari. I love me some calamari.
So yes, clearly here Andrew was kind of letting his true feelings be known. He wasn't coddling him like he was on the couch of that episode. It's when you have a friend and you know he's fucking up like his face, and then you see your other mutual friend and you're like, "Yo, what's going on with George? What is he doing?" And like,
Oh, dude, I need the knee surgery for a fire. Hop back on a snowboard. I need to get knee surgery, period, dude. Because either I need to fucking, because like lately I've been like, I think my knee is like, I think I've been wearing the brace so much that it's atrophied a little bit. So maybe I just need to get it strong.
Serious understatement.
I just feel like when I first got into this, I was like, I just want to be myself 110%.
You're gonna have to actually go to PT.
This isn't stupid.
I hate PT because it's so.
You can feel someone's energy through their content.
I did PT for this
I
lab.
just always, first and foremost, was like, I just want to be genuinely myself.
You need to
It
get
just
that damn
felt
surgery
nice
before you
to
fucking go
who I
mad.
was.
If I get physical therapy,
And like,
um,
or like in hindsight, I also feel like sometimes if people want to take you in a negative way, like they will, you know?
I absolutely agree because I think like that is like one of the reasons that I was like, oh, like we'll get along, right? Because
Now, the host of this podcast is virtually useless. He's essentially just there to say, yeah, girl, you were totally right. Anyone with anything negative to say is just a jealous hater of the lifestyle you get to live thanks to Akasha's money.
see like influencers or creators, the reason that I don't fit into the space, and I'm sure you also feel that way, is because I do feel like it's like overly curated, right? I see most people and I'm like, I've been these people long enough to now understand like, yo, out of all the ways that you present yourself on the internet, you are not that.
Right.
And the reason they do not fit in on the internet is because neither of them have like the real.
boom, Bobby Atoff. Alright, where's the Goonin Good? Why are you talking about watching Goonin? Not a whole movie to fucking need. Wavy Web Surfer is so fucking. Wavy Web Surfer. I'll put it on. Where's my damn? How about you meet the guy halfway? Is there a tracker? Not yet. I just not. First time they did. Have that. Better.
Jerk off in front of everybody.
Wait, what? Jerk off.
Starbucks gooning incident. Our next gooner is an individual who became so reckless with his stroking addiction that he frequently became known to goon for extended sessions in extremely crowded public areas. On March 11th, 2022, around 9:30 a.m., 27-year-old homeless man and self-described male model Blake Rain decided to put on a show at the Miami Beach Starbucks on Collins Avenue and 29th Street. As Blake entered the Starbucks, he didn't approach the barista and order a coffee. Rather, he leisurely walked over to an American flag that was hanging on the store window, produced his cock and balls, and started jerking off publicly. The man looking rather patriotic as he stroked away.
The man in this video was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior inside a Miami Beach Starbucks. Viewing. The customer records as employees who may not be aware continue calling for aid.
No.
It's disgusting.
Apparently, stuff like this must happen a lot around there, as the baristas are seemingly just going along with their work as if there isn't a guy shooting ropes in their lobby. You can literally hear them calling out customer names to pick up drinks. Thankfully, Alyssa, the woman who's recording, intervened in all of this madness, chastising the depraved gooner and did her best to cockblock the guy from his own right hand.
I don't want to ever go back. And it's just, it'll always be in the back of my head.
Though I don't know, he might have actually been into being screamed at by her.
It's disgusting.
This sickening public gooning display by our homeless male model here reportedly lasted about 10 minutes. Eventually, Miami Beach officers would arrive, and they scared the guy off in the process. Officers caught up with him shortly after he fled. He was seen walking southbound on Collins Avenue. And once he saw the police were on his trail, he took off running. Officers gave chase and ended up tasing the fleet-footed masturbator, marking the end of his Starbucks stroke session.
Video shows police trying to take 27-year-old Blake Rain into custody. The police report says Rain ran from police. He's combative while police tase him.
Blake was arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct in an establishment, and resisting an officer without violence. After being taken to the Mount Sinai Medical Center to tend to injuries from his arrest, Blake Rain was then taken into custody and arraigned in a court for his bond. Blake was quite nasty towards the judge and almost earned himself a gag order for his unhinged behavior when he was addressing the bench.
The suspect appeared in bond court. Rain was argumentative with the judge and tells the judge he works on the beach.
If you don't stop him, he'll mute you and you will not be able to speak for the rest of this hearing. Do you understand me?
I mean, who's to say that the guy wouldn't have liked the gag order? He might have been into that kind of thing. In the wake of all of this, Starbucks issued a public statement regarding the gooner. Once alerted to the customer's behavior, our partners, employees, took action and local authorities were immediately called. We want our stores to be a welcoming environment, and our partners are empowered to address any behavior that doesn't meet our third place policy. In the future, we will be advising police to tase the fuck out of anyone masturbating in our store, unquote. In April 5th of 2022, it was actually found that Blake had other crimes he was facing in the state of New York, so he was a fugitive and would get extradited back there. Hey, if you work at a Starbucks in New York or Florida, keep your eyes peeled for this guy, because if you don't, he might sneak in and patriotically jerk off in front of everybody.
What? The story of the Gooner Doc.
Now we advance to one of today's most prolific and shameless gooners. A medical doctor whose gross proclivities led to him regularly walking around naked in his own medical office in front of female staff. This is Arkansas-based Dr. David Define, a medical professional with over 25 years of experience, and he's had an interesting career to say the least. The doc is no stranger to getting in trouble. In the past, the physician has been criminally charged for illegally distributing pain medications and even had his medical license suspended back in 2017 due to excessively prescribing narcotics. A big fucking deal, though, right? I mean, it sounds like your average small-town American doctor, you know? Well, I'm not here to talk about the doc because he's passing out perk 30s to anyone who asks him. I'm here because he's in the office with his cock and balls out. You see, Dr. David in the past has described himself as a naturist, essentially a head-ass way of saying that he's a nudist. The guy at one point even reportedly operated an Instagram page called Naked Dr. Dave, where he would presumably post about his nudist lifestyle. This page was only the start of unsettling things to come. It was the first indication that there was something fucky going on with this guy behind closed doors. And apparently he was unclothed behind those doors. Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024. Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board after stumbling upon apparent nude photos of him posted there. When confronted about this, he defended himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stigmatize the naked body, unquote. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities. The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt ball naked. But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross. Skeptical but willing to concede for the time, the medical board decided not to take any action against Dr. David. But this situation was far from over and was only about to get much worse. Around the time of the board ceasing their investigation on the doc, an extremely disturbing piece of surveillance video footage would come to light. A piece of footage that suggested David was lying about not mixing his at-home nudity with on-the-job activities. Coming to light in November of 2024, the footage originally recorded all the way back in 2019 allegedly showed Dr. David sauntering around his medical office in Blytheville, Arkansas, while completely butt-ball naked. The nude practitioner can at one point be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees. At one point, the nude doctor carelessly conversing with several of his female employees. At one point, be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees. At one point, the nude doctor even goes to interact with the patient. The guy was very much ingratiating his nudist philosophy into his practice, and it kind of looked like he got a weird kick out of doing this. He was power tripping, you could say. The shocking leaked footage was then provided to the Arkansas Medical Foundation by an anonymous tipster. This tipster claiming that the doctor was a disturbed sex lunatic. They allege the guy, quote, used the position of power, sexual grooming, and salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive sex acts. One possible example of this is a clip allegedly showcasing the doctor performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women, who is said to have not only been a lab technician within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman, allegedly. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit sexual behavior and gooning was uncovered, the board, who had foolishly let him slide previously, was now all over him. In Dr. David's disciplinary report, the Arkansas Medical Foundation stated, quote, the perverse behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder or paraphilia, which may, in fact, cross boundaries with his delivery of medical care. Simply, the interaction with his office staff suggests an entanglement in his medical practice. When confronted with the possibility that the medical board possessed surveillance footage of him jerking off and being naked in front of staff, the doctor played dumb, saying, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I would have to see those things to have any idea what you're talking about. They promptly would show him, and the Gooner doc finally realized he was fucked. As a result of parading around with his dick and balls out in the doctor's office, the board suspended his medical practice on October 14, 2024. A hearing for Dave's medical license was scheduled for December of that year, but was postponed. And there's been no new updates that I can find regarding the Gooner doc and when he'll be able to practice again. If you do a medical board license lookup for the state of Arkansas, it still says that the Gooner doc's license is suspended. And we can't forget about the civil lawsuits, as this guy was violating people left and right in that office, allegedly. One civil suit came from a patient named Carol Ballard. She alleged that the man repeatedly tried to engage in sexual acts during examinations over a period of 18 months. These acts allegedly including exposing his genitals, making lewd remarks, and participating in indecent physical contact. A legal representative said, Dr. David Defini's actions were intentional, deliberate, and served no legitimate medical purpose. Instead, they were designed to gratify his own sexual desires, abuse his position of trust, and humiliate the plaintiff, Miss Ballard. As a direct and approximate result of these acts, my plaintiff has suffered severe emotional distress, anguish, anxiety, humiliation, loss of sleep, vomiting, physical manifestations of stress, distrust of medical professionals, and other damages that no reasonable person should be expected to endure. Another lawsuit was filed from a plaintiff named Rachel Chandler, who is a nurse practitioner and a former employee. Though she isn't suing Dr. Dave for receiving unwanted glimpses of his penis, it's over unpaid wages. I think there's no way around it. This one is totally a case of gooning ruining your life. For the love of God, put your dick away and just be a doctor, dude.
The car wash foot gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level, loitering around car washes and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women. On August 29th, 2024, police got a call wherein a person claimed a peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona on Val Vista Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate vehicles. It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their cars. While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show for several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly want to know about. This video clip in particular shows him emerging from underneath the vehicle when the woman finishes cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, cleaning and detailing the tire of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported. Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely
The car wash foot gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level, loitering around car washes and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women. On August 29th, 2024, police got a call wherein a person claimed a peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona on Val Vista Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate vehicles. It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their cars. While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show for several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly want to know about. This video clip in particular shows him emerging from underneath the vehicle when the woman finishes cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, cleaning and detailing the tire of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported. Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely upsetting to her, so she went to the car wash and asked them to pull the surveillance footage.
Sure enough, going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process of calling the cops. He keeps walking back and forth, and you'll see him do that. He's watching to see what she's doing. When we talk to her, she's in the back seat vacuuming her car on that driver's side, and he slips up underneath that front tire. He was out underneath the vehicle for about 5 to 6 minutes, I want to say, and then he slips out and goes to this back passenger tire and is like trying to fiddle with it, making it seem like he's there the entire time.
The car wash foot gooner would later be identified as 28-year-old Jesse Johnson, and on the afternoon of September 24th, 2024, because of his lascivious loitering, he would be arrested. The man facing 3 felony counts of voyeurism and 3 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct. Jesse was held on a $10,000 bond, and if that bond wasn't met, he'd be compelled to wear an ankle monitor, an apt punishment for a professional foot monitor. Unsurprisingly, according to court documents, the reason Jesse did this stuff at car washes was because of an uncontrollable foot fetish, with him even admitting to investigators that he was sexually attracted to women's feet and claiming that he couldn't control his desires. This actually wasn't even his first rodeo in the realm of public foot gooning. In fact, he had been previously cited on numerous occasions for attempting to look at, touch, lick, or come into contact with women's feet. In June of 2016, a Fox News affiliate, Fox 10, would cover one of the man's prior exploits, highlighting a case wherein Jesse was cited for hiding underneath a woman's car in a grocery store parking lot and he attempted to touch her feet. The referenced article indicates that this was Jesse's fourth citation for doing shit like this. Speaking presently, there's no new updates to report regarding this story, but for you ladies out there, next time you take your Camry to the car wash, consider some closed-toed shoes or at least take a look under your car before you get busy cleaning, because there just might be a gooner under there jerking off. The tragic story of the beach gooner. Our next case is one that starts off rather humorous, but quickly becomes disturbing the more you learn about it. This takes place on July 1st of 2021 at a beach on Tybee Island in the state of Georgia. On this day, beachgoer Sarah Moss observed a woman laying on her beach towel in the sand using what appeared to be a vibrator, masturbating publicly. Worried that a child might see this, she reported it to police, who was...
Give me a slice, biatch. Use it all. Hell no. Oh my goddamn.